The following is a JSW Media Group production. This is the Stylish Vegan Podcast, where we discuss all things food, lifestyle, and culture from a non-judgmental and unapologetic perspective with great people doing great things. I'm your host, Jameka Shamae. Let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of the Stylish Vegan Podcast. I am your host, Jameka Shamae, and I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled to have in the building ReeCee Raps. What is going on, lady?
Hey, how you doing?
I am so good. I must say to all of the viewers or listeners, anybody who's listening or viewing this podcast, that'll cover everybody. I gotta say, I'm super excited about this because I love whenever I get the opportunity to kick it and talk to other Black women who are just doing the damn thing. I'm always excited. So, tell the people a little bit about what you do and who you are.
So I'm ReeCee Raps. I'm a hip hop artist, but also fusion, if you want to say just hip hop is more than just hip hop, and I kind of blend genres. I sing, I perform with bands sometimes. I kind of love performing with bands. I also I host, I throw events, I curate events, and from the booking to the marketing, social media, promotion, all of that. I do a lot. Oh, and I'm vegan and I cook vegan food. And yeah, that's like a big part. I love vegan food and I love eating vegan food too. But I really have found joy in cooking like over the past few years. So I got like a cooking page. I have my Dope Events that I founded, which is my event page, DOAP events on everything. And that's where I put all my events in Charlotte and stuff. And hopefully the world is what I'm really wanting to take that globally. So yeah, my music, I make dope music. You gotta check it out, Dope EP. And I'm ReeCee. That's pretty much the basics.
Okay. I like you got a little bit going on, right? Just a little bit. But it's cool. It's cool. Let's talk a little bit about your journey with veganism. This is a vegan podcast, but I like the whole premise of Stylish Vegan is we want to talk to people about their lifestyle, let people know that we're not just vegan, right? So we're like a full whole person. But it's always intriguing to figure out and to learn about how people got into the lifestyle. So what drew you to veganism? Tell me about that. You say you've been vegan about 5 years now?
Yeah, I actually started out vegetarian and then like a year in, I transitioned to vegan. But when I was vegetarian, I still didn't eat eggs. So that was it was just like I was eating cheese. So I went on this journey in 2017. So I was living in Kansas City at the time, and it was Black Friday. It was like a Black vendors market for Black Friday, and it was like all these Black vendors in Kansas City. So this one vendor's table, I remember, I don't remember who this person was, but they gave me this book. Like they gave it to me and said, you need to read this book. And it was called Maintaining Our Temples. And I probably read that book, maybe it was a short read, but it was like an intro to just the concept of Black people in specific, that we are not, historically we weren't meat eaters, so and it was just like talking about how we're leading in all diseases and everything, and a lot of it is due to us not eating a diet that is meant for our genetic makeup, being, because we're different, like we are different. I read it like December 2016, and then I was like, at that point I knew that, okay, eating meat is something I shouldn't be doing, and I should be like cutting this out. But I was still eating meat until like March. So it took me like about 3 months to actually take what I learned and actually apply it. Well, take some of what I learned and apply it to life. So I stopped like cold turkey. I remember one of the last things I ate was like goat. And it was like it's like I was eating everything at that point pretty much. Like it wasn't like I was just eating fish or something like that. It was like I was eating pretty
Yeah,
much.
'cause I was not expecting you to say the last thing you ate was goat. Like,
Yeah. It was like, I had went out to some African restaurant. I had got goat, and I remember I had like leftovers, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna stop eating meat once I'm done with these leftovers." And my ex was like, "If you're gonna do it, just do it, or so, why are you waiting until till the leftovers or whatever?" And I didn't even finish the food, and I just stopped at that point, like cold turkey. But then it was very hard, especially like in Kansas City. There wasn't like a whole lot of, at least 5 years ago, and I know Charlotte was probably the same way 5 years ago. There probably wasn't a whole lot of vegan options because there's really not now. But there are a lot popping up, which is really cool, even since I've been here. But there wasn't a whole lot of vegan spots to eat, and I really didn't know what to cook. And I probably should have made some of the recipes in a book, but like, it didn't just leave me hanging. Like, but I was like the whole first year, I remember like I was just eating like spring rolls and like for lunch all the time or French fries, or it wasn't exactly like a nutritious thing. And I still kind of like am finding out there's a difference between, being vegan, I guess, and plant based and nutritious and with it or healthy, and
all the
vegan.
things, all the different things.
So yes, the first year it was just like difficult. I had went vegan at first, and then I started eating cheese like maybe like 6 months, and that opened up more like opportunities. But goat was not the last thing I ate. So that summer, I had actually so when I stopped eating meat in March, I had worked at the job. They had brought in like chicken. It was like I was like, yo, let me just like it eat some chicken, I'll be fine, And I had stopped eating meat maybe like 3 months ago. So I ate the chicken at the job.
Ooh, how did that hit
It was
you?
not good. It was like not good mentally, physically, and like metaphorically. I don't know. It just wasn't good. Like, cause like mentally I felt bad. I felt like what am I doing? What am I eating? Like after that, and then like physically, I'm like my hands were greasy. It was just like I was eating skin and bones and flesh, and it was from this place called Go Chicken Go. They have like it was one of the best chicken places in Kansas City. But when I actually like I felt so bad like during and after, not before, but during and after, I was just like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't. It's not even like a cheating thing, It's like I didn't, and it's to the point like where I'm like repulsed by meat now, Like I feel like once you stop eating it, you start having aversions to it. I'll be looking at some of these meals on Instagram and like I'll be like, yo, that's gross. Like it's just gross. And it's like, it's crazy because growing up, I never in a million years would think that I didn't eat meat. I thought it was like, I didn't think veganism was something for Black people too. It was like kind of
Mhm.
marketed as really a white woman's thing, like growing up. And I didn't identify with it. I didn't know anybody that was vegan. I just did what I thought was what I was supposed to do. And I didn't think it was anything out of the ordinary to be eating meat. I thought it was out of the ordinary to not eat meat, And so it was just it was just like changing my mindset. That book really helped me like look at it differently, even though I didn't know anybody that was doing it or anything. It just made it feel like it was something I should be doing. So that really helped me like deeper than just like save the animals. It was like deeper than that for me. So I mean the animals are cute and cuddly, but it was like more about save Black people, from dying as such. young ages from heart disease and high cholesterol and heart attacks and like just bad health all around, cancer. So yeah, this started like that, and then I ended up moving to Charlotte in 2018. I was vegetarian at this point, and now I wouldn't say I'm necessarily eating good because at that point I'm eating like cheese fries all the time for lunch and stuff.
Eating like a college kid, basically.
Right, yeah, literally. I was living in university too, ironically. So yeah, I was going up to there's all types of food places in university, but I think eating vegetarian it's still a lot of options. Like when you're vegetarian, when you go out to eat, it's still a lot of options. Now, when you go from vegetarian to vegan, all right, that's a whole nother ball. When you cut out cheese, it was like, okay, so now I can't just go to the Italian spot and get a vegetarian veggie pizza. Now I
Right.
can't just eat nachos or queso or quesadilla or something, or cheese quesadilla, or now I can't just go and get some pasta, ricotta pasta or something like that. So it had kind of it xed out a lot of like going out to eat things when I cut out the cheese. But I think it's opening up more now, but I think being vegan, you really have to cook. Like you have to cook. If you're going to try to go, even if you do, there are a lot of spots they tax for vegan food if you're going out to eat. But if you're cooking, it's actually cheaper than regular food, like a lot of the times. So I really I start cooking, I want to say I cut out the cheese in 2018 and I start cooking like late 2018 and stuff. I was never like into cooking or anything, but and I'm just finding different things to make, finding different meals and stuff that is really good. So I got a cooking page called the GN Vegan where I post like just vegan food I eat, but also like a lot of the stuff I cook. And it was just like I feel like my food is really good though, like, and I really enjoy cooking for myself and cooking for other people, especially like non-vegan people, and showing them that like the food is really good. We're not missing anything. I like to use like a lot of mushrooms. I don't like to cook with like fake meats and stuff a lot. I like to use vegetables and turn a mushroom into meat or something like that. So jackfruit, stuff like that.
Yeah, so would you say that you're a lot more, like, whole foods-based vegan, or do you still do processed stuff?
I would say when I'm cooking is mainly whole foods.
Okay. It's harder when you go out, right? Like,
Right, when
'cause
I'm going out, it's definitely different. I do eat like I will eat like more like is seitan considered processed?
not well, it depends on how it's I don't consider it processed because all it is the wheat and, the
Mhm.
gluten pulled out of the wheat. I mean, like, it's just the gluten, right? But I don't consider it processed, but some
Yeah.
people I don't think so because if you can make it at home, I don't think it's,
Oh, if it's not like the pea protein, whatever that is, I don't know. Someone needs to. I know what they say about pea protein, but it's like, man, what is this? Like, what is this really?
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with some of, like, the Beyonds and the
Mhm.
Impossibles and all that kinda stuff, and here's my thing. I love the fact that it's available so that
Yeah.
people because it helps with the transition. When people are going from a hardcore meat diet to transitioning to vegan, they need something that's gonna be familiar. Like,
Right.
you need that transitional food, so that you can then go to the next level. So in that sense, I think that it's a good thing, right? But w with anything, too much of anything isn't good for you, so it's about moderation. So, like, I'm not
Yeah.
one of those people who's like, "You shouldn't be eating this processed food, junk food, vegans or whatever, blah, blah, blah." I don't judge because I don't know where people are on their journey,
Mhm.
and, if you consistently hit people over the head like, "You gonna die, the food that you eat is gonna mess you up," they're never going to listen to you, and and you touched on it earlier, you're making food that tastes good and you're introducing people to this. And I think that that's key because that's a stereotype, right? That vegan food doesn't taste good. That's why nobody
Yeah,
wants to do it. Like they
yeah,
really, yo,
the
especially in our
propaganda is
community.
real.
Yeah, the propaganda is real, particularly in the Black community. I mean, it's
Mhm.
changing now, thank God, because before people were looking at me like I had lost my mind. So I
They don't like that, like, recently, so I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So,
okay.
I was up
Ooh,
there.
that's a land of meat right there.
Yeah, it's a lot of meat out there, but like, the Black people, I don't really know a lot of. I mean, I guess I don't no one's in my family, like, all my cousins and no one in my family is actually vegan, actually, now that I think of it. Is anybody besides me, like, extended, immediate friends? I don't think so, like, so I don't think I've converted anybody successfully, but no, I did get my parents to stop eating, my mom's pescatarian, my dad's mostly pescatarian now, but they did go vegan the first summer I went vegan, and then they, I did get them to cut out a lot of stuff, but my mom's allergic to gluten, like, my whole life
Okay.
anyway, so, I was already introduced to, like, a gluten-free lifestyle early, like, I mean, even though we ate wheat, but she already didn't eat chicken, but I was in Pittsburgh, and my best friend, since I was, like, 11, her and her family, her fiance, her kids, they had never tried vegan food, and they had never tried my food either. I've never, because I had moved from Pittsburgh when I was maybe like 12, so we had never cooked for each other or anything like that. So I cooked for the whole family. I made like Philly cheesesteaks, mushroom based, and then I made Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. And she's like, she first of all, she was like, this is so good. But when she posted the status to Facebook, like talking about how good it was, she was like, and we were uneducated and our expectations were low. I said, what? What you mean your expectations were low? She started showing me text messages between her fiance, and she's like, yeah, because my real name is Shauna, and she was like, yeah, Shauna's gonna cook for us vegan food. He replies, ooh, I'ma eat before I get there.
That is always people have this misnomer. Like they
Yeah,
really think that they're about to I don't know what they think the food is gonna taste like.
carrots or something, I don't know, but they were good carrots. I ate a carrot that was, like, fire. Like, it's like, man, you could turn anything to something really good, but yeah, they was getting seconds and stuff. I mean, it was my first time making Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, but, Phillies is one of my things that I really like making, but yeah, it was like people, you gotta just show them the way. You gotta lead by example and stuff. And I'm like, yo, y'all can start incorporating, like, do like a meatless Monday or something
Mhm.
like that. Like, y'all can start incorporating more vegan meals into y'all diet. You don't have to go. I like to think like if you're doing better than what you were doing before, then that's progress. Like, so you might not be completely vegan, but if you start incorporating some more plant-based options, into the diet and showing your kids different things, then that's good. You can show a different way and, they might want to go vegan or they might want to, eat more plants and stuff like that. But I noticed, I think the benefits, like one of the main, like immediate changes I noticed when I stopped eating meat, like in general, was my digestion really
Mm,
help with my digestion. Like I remember times I would like be constipated like before going to work. I remember times I wouldn't have like a bowel movement for like 3 days type
mm,
shit. Like that's and people think that's normal.
they
Like
think
you
it's
look
normal.
at like I've had straight conversations with my sister arguments with my sister. One of my sisters, I have 3 sisters, 2 brothers. I'm the youngest, everybody. And she's like, "Oh, well, bowel movements once every 3 days are normal." You Google it, they say like, once a day to once every 3 days is normal. That is not normal.
Every time you eat something, it's supposed to come out.
Right. Exactly, but like it's like misinformation. There's so much misinformation out there from the trusted sources, you know what I'm saying? like to where people will like really believe that it's fact. And it's kind of sad because it's like they really like you. I can Google it right now and they'll say that's normal to have a bowel movement every 3 days. And that's just not normal. Like that is like severe constipation. Like, but my digestion, has really like that's one of the immediate changes you'll see. Like it's not well not immediate, but like within the first couple weeks, you're gonna notice the difference. I was dropping like my body type, is different than I feel like what it would be if I kept eating meat. I definitely probably might. I might be heavier. I have gained weight though being vegan too. Like
Oh yeah.
I've gained like 30 pounds, but I don't know if that's like my woman weight because like I'm getting older and
Now
stuff.
listen, the grown woman weight is real. I'ma just tell you, because when I hit 30, I was like, "Oh, this don't go away the same way that it used to. Okay,
Yeah,
okay." And then when I hit 40, it was a whole new world. So you're good. It's the
yeah,
grown woman weight, but it's okay because I think as long as it stays manageable and you stay active and you're eating
yeah,
the right things, then ain't nothing wrong with some extra carbs, girl. You good?
yeah. I don't mind it. Yeah, it's not like I gained 30 pounds all in my stomach. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just like more curvier, but I'm not fat. So it's like, but it's like I feel like if I definitely was still eating meat and cheese and stuff like that, I would probably have gained 50 pounds or 60
Listen, guys,
pounds.
that dairy is no joke.
Yeah,
Dairy is I mean, we can talk about it historically that like most black folks that I have met, I won't say it scientifically, but most black people I know are inherently lactose intolerant. So
right,
we're continually as a people putting things into our body that doesn't even need to be there. Like that
right,
we are literally allergic to. And we keep
right,
doing it over and over again. And then we believe all the memes on social media. We believe all we believe all the things that have been passed down, like, you can't eat this, that, and the other, or this is nasty.
right,
Food needs to taste this kind of way. It's about re-educating your palate, I
right,
think. And also, I love how you were saying how like your friends, your best friend and her fiance were just so surprised about how good it was. And I think it's because people think I don't know. They seem to think that they've never had vegan food, right? Which I'm like, if you've had fruit, if you've had a salad, if you've had a tomato, a potato, anything,
right,
because it's just a different way of thinking about
right,
it. It's about perception. So I think the re-education that's happening now and things are becoming a lot more popular. There's a lot of more black celebs and musicians who are vocal about how they eat and how they live.
right,
I mean, even someone as instrumental as like Lizzo being vegan, people are like,
right,
what's up with that? And it shows that it's not a monolith, right? It has
right,
we're kind of all encompassing, I like to put
right.
it. But one thing I did want to ask you is how do you think veganism or like just your lifestyle in general, how has that affected your music and just how you go about doing things? Like have you felt the effects of that? Like has the lifestyle changed? Like talk a little bit about just just that in general.
It's interesting. I don't like being the whole vegan rapper. I don't think I really play on it like in
Right.
my music. Like I don't got. Maybe I should start. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I ain't pop yet. Need to do one of these veggie songs. But I haven't really besides like being into like vegan fest or performing at vegan style events, or I did an hour and a half set at Pure Soul in Durham, the vegan restaurant. So it's certain opportunities that I'll have that will be vegan, but it's opportunities that I had to turn down. So I had a funnel cake place reach out to me and was like, "Yo, how much will it cost for you to like endorse us or post us?" And they served like funnel cakes and chicken wings, and I'm like, I that don't fit with my brand. I can't do that. If y'all have a vegan funnel cake in the future, let me know. And they're like, oh, we were thinking about doing a vegan funnel cake. So they haven't done it yet, I don't think. But it was like you gotta like for branding deals and stuff, I'm not gonna do a deal with KFC or nothing like that, or I'm not gonna ever have a McDonald's endorsement, like McDonald's Travis Scott meal or Sweetie, how she had that
Mhm.
meal. I'm not gonna do that because that doesn't work with my brand. But Slutty Vegan hit me up, hit me up. No, but then I don't even want to. But then that's another thing because then it's like I don't. It's like levels to the veganism too, to where I don't even want to probably like promote. I don't even want to promote stuff like I don't want to really eat all the time too, like the fake vegan meats and stuff like that. So it's like you got to kind of like see what aligns with your brand and really start working. I want to start working with these vegan brands and stuff like that. And I talked about kombucha in the song and doing some stuff like that with kombucha companies, which it's aligned with. It's vegan. Kombucha is vegan, but I feel like a lot of vegans like kombucha and different things. But I feel like just as a artist, I'm not gonna do a lot of the. I'm not gonna like lie myself with stuff I don't believe in, and so
You ain't gonna put that big fur on in case somebody puts the fur
no, it's gonna be faux fur. It's gonna be faux fur if I do it. Just know if you see me in a fur, it's not real.
right, right.
So yeah, I'm not gonna be like Cameron or nothing like
Right.
that with the big fur. But yeah, you just about doing things you believe in, not selling out for just a bag or saying like, yeah, pay me some money to post these funnel cakes and chicken wings, but you're vegan. Like that makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And I think that's what people don't get about veganism is that it's not just about how we eat. It's a whole lifestyle. Like
Yeah,
it's a commitment, but it doesn't have to be restrictive. I think people think like we're in this box and there's
right.
so
You
many
can't do
things that
anything.
we can't do. It's not that we can't do it, we don't want to. We're
Right.
making a conscious choice to be more compassionate and live a
Mhm.
healthier life and all that kind of stuff. I mean, come at me, y'all, if y'all listening and you don't agree, it's all good. But this is the truth, right? So I do appreciate that you're standing with your values because people don't always do that. They're just like, yo, give me that bag.
Right.
Because I mean, and the reality is people need to eat, like figuratively eat,
Right,
right?
right. This is what I do, like throwing events and like this is what I do full time. So it's like, yeah, I need to eat. Like, right, I need to eat, but I'm not gonna eat meat. What I do is like I gotta eat every day, and you make the choice to eat what you believe in or what you feel like is right. So yeah, it's like it's a lot, but I'm looking forward. Like, I definitely wanna like. I don't know how this timeline is gonna work, but I know I'm going to open a vegan restaurant one day.
I like it.
But I don't know if I'm going to pop musically first and then like let it come back or blend the two and that's the route or start rapping recipes and like I don't know
Ooh,
like
rap the recipes. Rap the recipes. That's
rap
what
the
I'm talking about. Every
recipes.
music video, just like have the recipe rap through it. I love it.
Yeah, it's like some ideas I like played with, and I was like, all right, I gotta figure out how to incorporate. Cause like I'll post recipes and I'm gonna put my music behind it, cause they always put food behind these videos, So if I post food, I'm putting my music behind it. I can like, there's ways to blend the two. Like, there's definitely ways to blend the two. Like when I throw events, I served for my event I did in October, we had like 200 people there. I was the only one on the team. I also was up cooking the night before so I could vend food at my own event because I make sure I always have a vegan option. Because people don't understand, like when you go to an event, it's so easy to just incorporate one vegan option,
Yep.
something.
That's not salad or french fries.
Right, right. You can, and I've been like teaching like vendors and stuff. Like, look, here's a recipe. Like, if you making tacos, here's how to make this plant-based meat. Just one vegan option. I make a really good walnut. mushroom meat, by the way. But it's like people, it's very easy to just incorporate that. And but I was out up cooking food. I had my mom, my sister was working the door. My mom was serving my vegan food while I was running around, and like it was a really, but I, so for my events, I want to start doing that more. It was just a lot of work to like do the event and cook the night before, but I probably could have prepped it earlier. But I want to definitely like going forward with my events, like been my own food. I just gotta have somebody I trust to serve it because everybody not clean. When it comes, you gotta make sure they wearing their gloves and they representing your brand right. So it's like
Yep.
I trust my mom, I trust my sister. Like I don't really trust it.
Other folks out there, I have seen it, so I am so happy you said that because now I feel comfortable about eating your food. I'm yeah, because I'm a paranoid person. I
Yeah.
am,
Yeah,
but
you gotta be clean out here and glove up and especially like you serving food for people. It's like, yeah, people, you can't be going to the bathroom with the gloves on and coming out. Like people be doing wild stuff, like some wild stuff that you shouldn't even have to say. Like, and that should be self-explanatory. Like, change your gloves. Did you just
or wash your hands.
right? Yeah,
The
it's
main
just like
part.
people don't understand. No, I mean they do, but it's a lot of basics that people just gotta get the basics down with certain stuff. Customer service is a basic too. That's a whole nother story. But
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast, girl,
we should
like
get customer service podcast. Like
Yep,
y'all need to get on y'all game. No, but it's definitely a business, and I wanna, vegan Nism is definitely a branch of my business. Events is a branch, and music is a branch. And anytime where I can blend it all together, like at an event, have the food and how to perform and do everything, like it's really cool to be able to show all the different sides of you in one or whenever you can do it all. I'm looking forward to like I want to do something, and this is like me putting this out there means I have to do it or someone gonna steal it from me. So by the time this drop is gonna be happening already. No, I got like called the cook up, where we're cooking, but we're also cooking. We're cooking up
yep.
music and we cooking up food. So definitely want to incorporate because there's a lot of people out here too that do stuff, but they also can cook because cooking is something like that you kind of have to do, or you don't have to, but you kind of have to if you want to be able to sustain yourself. So it's a lot of people and other rappers, producers, and stuff that actually know how to cook. So it's like I feel like if we can blend these things and kind of, but also like I'm not cooking. I'm not going to be on there cooking no chicken or no
Right.
beef or no. So it's like they're kind of gonna kind of have to cook vegan food whether they're vegan or not because I feel like people act like the vegan, like they can't eat vegan. No, I can't eat the meat. I know I can, but I can't just eat meat. You can eat vegan and compromise and stuff like that. It's not gonna kill you.
You will be okay for
Yeah. So it's like
it's not gonna kill you.
it's crazy, but I just want because I would serve all vegan food at my events, but it's like people's mind, they be like, "Oh, it's vegan." I
Mhm.
don't know. Some people just be like, I don't know about that. So I'm just looking forward, to I might just do my whole thing all vegan. They're gonna be mad. People gonna be mad at me though. Like if I do something like that, people will be
Honestly,
mad.
they may not. They may not. They'll just because you don't have to advertise it. You just have the food there and you have the
And
ingredients
don't tell
listed. Like, just be like, "It's vegan," if they ask, but it's food.
don't say, "Hey, I got this vegan food," because that's a immediate turn off for a lot of
Yep,
people. Like, and that's that. And it's like vegan food. When I hear vegan, if I see vegan food gonna be there on the flyer, I might just pull up just for the food. Like, it's like
and
it's
yeah.
a complete turn on, like, for me, like, vegan I love eating vegan food all different places, trying different types, plant-based vegan, whatever you wanna call it, I love eating it, like, I love making it, I just, love showing people that it's good, like, I'm not missing food, like, I'm definitely eating good over here,
Yep,
and
yep.
yeah, so I'm not looking back, like, I don't there's no reason to.
I love it, and that's actually probably a good place for us to end. We ain't missing no meals, we eating good over here. I like
Right.
it. like it. Let everybody know where they can find your music, what you got coming
Mhm.
up, anything you want to plug. Like, give us the drop. Let us know what's
Yeah.
up.
So y'all can find me ReeCee Raps, ReeCee Raps on everything. You could go to ReeCeeRaps.com. That's a centralized location where you can find all of my music, no matter what platform or which you're on, ReeCeeRaps.com. You can definitely text me as well. So just click the text me button on my website, join my community, and I will actually that just made me think I need to start sending these recipes to the people in my community. Like that could be a little perk, send y'all recipes every Monday. I do want to get back to posting videos on Mondays with vegan food, but I need to start utilizing the putting the vegan food blast and stuff, putting that on, even though they ain't signed up for that. But no, that's a part of me. Definitely stream my music. I have a project out called The Diary of a Pothead or the Dope EP. So definitely check that out. I have some other singles. I have probably about 17 songs out right now and some features, a few videos out. Check me out on YouTube. Definitely check out my YouTube channel though, because I have vlogs on there. I just went to London and like in all my vlogs now, I just got a camera and stuff. So all my vlogs, that's a part of my life is eating vegan food. So part of that is me showing y'all what I'm eating, what I'm cooking while I'm on these trips and what I'm doing. Like, and just not on the trips, just in life and stuff too. So definitely subscribe to my YouTube for content, more content, life content, vlog content, vegan content. I might go raw vegan for 10 days and show y'all and hopefully not end up in the hospital.
Oh Lord,
I
you
was
need.
in the hospital before when I went raw vegan, but
Oh, you must have gone all in for real. Good
yeah, I
Lord.
did, and I didn't. I don't think I did the proper research. I was just like, just if it's raw, let me eat it. What I'm gonna make it today? so yeah, definitely do research before you do any major life changes and stuff like that. I got a project coming up called Queen of Hearts EP. Definitely be on the lookout for that. Shout out to ASC Charlotte for supporting that project, supporting the rollout, supporting vocal and piano lessons. I'm really in a stage of investing in myself and leveling up to the next level. I got a group garden party I'm working with. It's like an improv, electronic, hip hop fusion type band where I can like actually explore the side of me that is not so calculated and that's just go with the flow and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about that. Definitely be on the lookout for that. And be on the lookout for the project. Look me up, my events, dope events. Definitely hopefully by next year. I really want to take that on tour by the end of this year. And then by next year, I want to take that globally. I'm already, I make connections, already talking to venues and stuff like everywhere I go. But I'm really excited to start traveling all over the world. Now that I've been overseas for the first time a couple weeks ago, it definitely changed my perspective on just like the world. It's a whole world out here. So I'm definitely looking forward to becoming like a world traveler and a world citizen and just exploring all the vegan food all over the world, but also like the
Yes.
culture and music and different things. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about everything I got coming up. So definitely follow me, stay in the loop, text me if you want to really, really be in the loop. And yeah, I appreciate you so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have had a great conversation today. We done learned a lot. We done talked about a lot. And the future is bright. There's even more coming. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you coming and joining us today. And we'll have you back. We're going to have more conversations in the future.
Yeah. As the stuff starts to develop and I start rapping recipes and everything, we definitely gonna talk some more, and I'm excited about it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right, y'all. That is a wrap for the latest episode of The Stylish Vegan. Make sure you follow ReeCee Raps on all of the channels, all of the platforms. And yeah, it's been a good look. Talk to y'all soon. Thank you for listening to the Stylish Vegan Podcast. If you liked what you heard today, we'd love your support. You can share, subscribe, and like us on all social media at stylish_vegan. Want to sponsor or be a guest? Go ahead and slide into our DMs on Instagram. Until next time.